All right, good morning. What's up, Cracker? How you doing? Oh, it was a long weekend. I thought about streaming over the weekend because all we're doing is the off season, and it's not going to be as long as a normal stream, and it's just kind of like administrative house cleaning duties to get this team ready for next year. But I decided to take the whole weekend off. So anyway, welcome. I'm already past the first stage with the qualified offers and stuff. We had nobody that we wanted to keep at that ridiculous amount. We did go through and let me see if there's a fourth. Let's just do the A's. Here we go. All right, so we didn't give qualifying offers to Tyler Wade, Ramon Laureano, Miguel Castro, Dylan Floro, Yency Almonte. So that's 3 guys out of our bullpen. So we're going to have to replace them or bring them back, whatever. I think I tried to offer them contracts, but they didn't sign, and that's fine. So we did offer arbitration to Bruce Dog Graterol. We cut Tommy Stevenson, who was a last guy on the depth chart at first base. We moved Christian Mina to the 40-man roster. He's a guy that we got, and I think in the trade with man with the White Sox. Who the hell was it? I can't remember who that was. Our DH. But anyway, we put him on the 40-man. We put Zach Gelov on the 40-man, even though he's been disappointing. Based on how they've been not progressing in the minors, you might see me trade Gelov and Soderstrom at some point. Not today, but you might see me get rid of those guys. We did offer arbitration to Langoliers, who's now an A potential. The guy's progressed really well. And Ken Waldachuk, because I want to keep Waldachuk as that swing guy that can pitch long relief and possibly come in and make a spot start if we have somebody struggling or somebody gets hurt or whatever. So I did offer some arbitration, got rid of one guy, and that's where we are. We have 6 spots open, but I'm not going to fill them right now. If I lose any of these guys, I don't care. Sam Mole, who's 34 years old and 68, I didn't offer him arbitration. He's either going to re-sign with us or he's going to go away. And then the tender contracts, I went in and did all of this. You can see at the very top, offer and interest level. We offered everybody. So everybody has an offer, so we don't have to worry about it. Whether they're renewable or not, we offered everybody that we wanted to keep. There might be one guy on here that I didn't even give an contract to. Yeah, right here. Tommy Stevenson. We cut him. So, what did that say? We have $34 million in pending offers. Available budgets, $85 million. So I take 34 out of there. So we really have $51 million. And if you go to free agency, you'll see everybody who does the Oakland A's rebuild, their favorite free agent to sign, Vladimir Jr. Kyle Tucker's out here, but he's regressing. Bo Bichette, great hitting. His fielding is garbage, and he can only play shortstop, so you'd have to play DH for us. We already have a DH. Yandy would be interesting because he can play third base. His arm's not very strong. He's regressing a little bit. He's already 34, so that's a no. Don't need a closer. Don't need another center fielder. Besides, Mullins is 31. Don't need a catcher. We do need a third baseman, but I'm not going after a 35-year-old. Tommy Edmonds, not worth it. Rogers can't hit righties. Ty France, don't need. Moncada, he's 30. It's nice that he's a switch hitter, has really good defense, but he's already regressing a little bit. Look at that. He hasn't hit 20 home runs since 2019. He's just not been very good. Look at pitchers. Got Dylan Cease, who's 30. Gossman's 35, Gallen's 30, Flaherty's 30, Giolito's 31. Everybody's old, relatively. Bullpen would be nice to get Michael King. He is 30, but he's solid across the board. Yeah, I'm going to get to Vladdy in a minute because I might make an offer for him. We might offer Vladdy. So, best thing about Michael King is that 96 pitching clutch, 99 velocity, 99 break, 84 walks per 9. This guy's a stud. Look at that, 35 hits in 50 innings, 50 Ks. He's been pitching as the closer for the Yankees, but since he's listed at relief pitcher, he won't cost as much as one of these closers. So I thought about going after him to give us a really good setup 1-2 punch. You can see the Yankees are offering $7 million for a relief pitcher because they're paying him closer money. Even Nick Anderson at 1 year 8.3 is just ridiculous for a relief pitcher. That's more in line right there at 3.3. So, don't need catcher, first base. So yeah, Vladdy can play third base, and he's really good defensively, and he's really good against righties. Not quite as good against lefties as you would expect. So Cracker, here's the thought: I can get rid of Urquidy, and I can get rid of Rhys Hoskins because he's got 1 year left at 21 mil or some shit. And Vladdy can play first base against lefties, and Freeman can play third base against lefties. And then against righties, we put Vladdy at third base, and we play that Spencer Jones dude I traded for. That's a center fielder with first base eligibility. We can play him at first base against righties. So Vladdy would flip between those two. Look at the roster. See, Freeman's better against lefties than he is against righties. What's up, Hindsight? How you doing, man? Welcome, man. Hey, Hindsight, did you see the new City Skylines coming out? Looks ridiculous, man. I know my PC won't be able to run it, which is a shame. And playing on console kind of sucks because you don't have all the mods, but it looks pretty cool. What's up, Pepsi? How you doing? So this is the thought. Freeman can play against lefties, and Vlad Jr. could play against righties at third base. And then Spencer Jones, whose hitting is kind of even, and he's got good speed, he's got good defense. He could play first base against righties, so we don't have him regress at all, because he is an A potential. He needs to be playing. And he's going to give us much better defense, right? So he would basically platoon with Freeman. So he plays against righties, Freeman plays against lefties, and Vladdy would flip those two positions. Look at that. He's 6'7". 6'7" center fielder. My God. He should play first base. Because we already have Ruiz and Green here, right? We have Soto. We have Jimenez at DH. We have Fraley playing against righties. We need somebody that can hit lefties to help there. Johnny Bravo's up to a 76, but his hitting, he's kind of right in line with Jones, but I want him to get up to an 80 before we bring him up. I really want his hitting. Look at it, his contact against lefties. Let me move his contact against lefties went up 10. So, be another year, half year, partial year in the minors, and he'll be up. I did put a offer in to Laureano to bring him back as a bench player. Volpe will play at short. Freeman will be part-time at third because he can play second and short also. Castro's our utility guy. He can play everything but first base and catcher. Santos is our starter. You can see he's getting up into that Luis Ariz area. Hoskins, he's regressing on his contact. He's not doing bad. His arm is just fucking horrible. But he struck out way more. His average sucked. His slugging was only 401. So that's a reason why I'm considering moving him. Soderstrom is not progressing as much as I would hope, but he does have good contact and power against righties. So if Jones doesn't work out, we could play Soderstrom against righties at first base. And that would give us 3 catchers on the roster. These guys are catching. 2 sacks on the 40-man. We're going to need a third closer for the minors. That's because this guy was our AAA closer, and he's 75 overall at 24 years old. He's got really good pitching clutch. His only weakness is his home runs per 9, a little bit on the control. We're going to bring this guy up and let him pitch out of the bullpen in the majors. This was a young guy who's also going to stay in the bullpen. He was up at the end of the year last year. We drafted this guy at the end of the first draft we did. Great strikeouts per 9. High velocity. So he may start the season in AAA and go from there. But 1, 2, 3. Brewstar's pretty good. So he's the reason why we don't need King. But we're going to need a couple more relief pitchers. Because Scher is probably going to go up to the majors. So I probably need a couple of relievers there. Starting pitching we don't need. If I go after Vladdy, then we're going to trade Urquidy and Hoskins away to make up for most of the money because he's making 5.4. Hoskins is making 10.6. So that's 16 million right there. 16 million on those 2 players alone. And we have Alcantara and Miller and Casey, who we brought up at the end of the year. Padilla, we know, is a stud. And then I would just bring up Howard Russell and have him as my 5th starter. And if he doesn't do well, then we go to William Fuentes, who's the dude I threw the no-hitter with in the minor league player lock. So some of our young guys are knocking on the door. They're ready to at least be the number 5 starter. So that would allow me to get rid of Urquidy, who's on the last year of his contract. So that's a thought. And the thing with Vladdy is, let me get my calculator up to see what their math is. So 114.8 over 7 years is 16.4 is all they're offering him. And 16 million is what we have invested in Urquidy and Hoskins. So we could easily go to 20 million and then get rid of those 2 guys. Like this. Remember we got Soto for less than market value as well. We got him for 25 instead of 31 or whatever he wanted. So 5 years, 100 million. And now we're number 1. So I'm sure we'd have to bump that up as the offseason goes, but we can start there as a base at 20 million. And that would fix our issue with Hoskins regressing and not having a good right-handed bat against, or a good bat against right-handed pitching at third base. So, yeah, that fielding at third base is really good. And the fact that he's so good against right-handed pitching, we don't see a ton of lefties, so it's easy to go find bats like Fraley. No, not Fraley, but somebody that can hit lefties and can't hit righties. So if he starts regressing too bad, we can just do that down the road. But how old is he? He's only 27, so that would take him to his age 32. We may, and more than likely, we're not even going to be playing this franchise to the end of these contracts. I don't see any way that we finish this contract in this franchise. we're definitely going to play till we win one. And depending on when we win the one, we might go and see if we can win two. But we have that other franchise that I told you guys about where we're going to move Tampa Bay to Nashville. And that one's all queued up and ready to go. So whenever we're tired of rebuilding the A's and we feel like we've accomplished what we set out to do, then we'll switch over to that one. Now that one, they're going to have a lot better team initially to start out. So the whole thing with that one is to just move the team, play in a different city, play in new uniforms. And, you know, we don't have to do much rebuilding other than Tampa Bay needs to get more bats. So anyway, that was my thought. Everybody and their brother gets Guerrero. So that's the reason why I went for Soto instead. But if we want to really win a World Series, we got to get somebody that's a little more consistent than Reese. Why is my thing lagging out already? No one is home and I'm not even doing gameplay. Make sure you refresh the stream, guys. So let's go in here because I had some other offers. I made an offer to get Castro to come back because he pitched really well for us. 3 years for Laureano to be the guy that can hit lefties to platoon with Fraley in left field. These two guys are 18-year-olds. He's a B potential. And they're just to fill depth in the organization. So I need one more relief pitcher beyond Castro. I also thought about Austin Hayes to platoon in left field. But he's really too good to platoon. But he's 30. Boba Fett. I'd love to have him, but his fielding is terrible. If I got him, I'd have to DH him. There's no way I'd play him in the field. I'd play him at second, but we already have a good second baseman. So really it's Vladdy. If we don't get Vladdy, I won't trade Hoskins or Urquidy until we find out about Vladdy. Because if we don't get Vladdy, we'll just keep those two guys. I don't need to dump salary. I don't want to pay $7 million for Michael King. I don't even want to pay $5 million for him. Hicks is $3 million. His problem is his walks. Almonte doesn't pitch well in the clutch. Yeah, there's just not a ton of crap in here that I love. And we don't need any starting pitching. So anyway. All right, so let's go. You can see we just passed the date for those qualified offers. So let's slowly sim dates. Miguel Castro accepted the Reds. Cedric Mullins to the Yankees. So Guerrero and Laureano. So who signed? All right, we got the guy. Yeah, we got the first baseman. We get the second baseman too. All right. We signed a bunch of guys to minor league deals. We got Salvador Zavala, so we got that first baseman. And we got Jay Girard, the second baseman. So we got those two guys. And then we had a bunch of guys sign their deals. And we got Spencer Jones to a 3-year, $3 million contract. We're only paying him $1 million a year. Jordan Diaz signed for 2. Lewis Casey signed a 3-year, $220,000 contract. So So some of these are getting knocked down. Let's see. So Castro's gone. His clutch is good. His walks are not. Stats don't look great. I don't need a lefty. That's too many walks. Yeah. How about we give him a 1-year deal? 2.5, take it or leave it. He's a lefty. Hicks walks are just terrible. Yeah, I don't want Almonte. You know, let's throw an offer on Giles. 1 year, 3.9. See what he takes out. All right, Waldachuk took his deal, avoided arbitration. Mole took his deal, avoided arbitration. We got some more minor leaguer guys signed, so that's good. All right, let me check something here. They're fine, they're fine. Second base is fine now. Could use a third base. Definitely could use 2 shortstops. I'm just looking at age right now. He's a C. He's a C. Jeter Downs. Tyler Wade. I'm gonna throw him an offer to bring him back. $2.5. All right, signed Hoagland and Bolt. Dylan Cease to the Cardinals. Wish the Cardinals actually had him. Got Cano, that relief pitcher, to a 6-year, $9.3 million contract. Johnny Bravo re-signs. And we brought back Tyler Wade, so we have some organizational depth there. He plays a lot of positions, so that gives us some flexibility when it comes to our backups. Like that. Let's go look at our roster again. Second, third, short. We can leave Hernaiz down in the minors for a little bit longer. Still need another shortstop. Vlad. We're still number 1 on his board. Everybody's going cheap on Vlad. Now the A's are behind on Laureano. All right. Let's find another outfielder then that can, because I'm not going to sign him to a 2-year deal. All right, need somebody that can hit lefties. What, Mitch Haniger? Same contract, $3 million. We will remove that offer. I know. Well, you saw that I got Soto for 25 instead of 31. So let's go look and see. Kyle Tucker. I would have gone after him if we didn't have Soto. I don't need another left-handed bat, but he's regressing. You can see Toronto wants to bring him back, but that's That's like $13 million. He wants 17. They're offering him 13. The Cardinals, they signed Cease. Now they're going after Gallen. Real Muto, 1 year deal for 19.5. No offer for Giolito. Man, I would be tempted to bring him in on a 1 year deal if he's still sitting out there at the end of free agency. Yeah, that 1 year deal. What do you want? Less than 10? I could keep Urquidy and not worry about it. Man, 10 mil a year from Michael King. Get the fuck out of here. No offers for Moncada. Wow. Luis Ariz. Don't need him. Already got a cheaper version. You guys see Grichuk and CJ Cron got traded by Colorado to the Angels yesterday? Don't believe the hype on this guy. Everybody goes on, oh, the Cardinals gave another outfielder away. This guy didn't do shit, and they gave him more opportunities than they did Adolis Garcia or Randy Arozarena. He played with us more games than those two guys did, and they shipped his ass out. The Angels are trying to win, and they're not even first in their division. The Angels are fucking up. That's what they're doing. They should be trading Ohtani, not adding. They don't have the pitching to win, tight spot. Yeah, let me give you. Go check out tight spot. He plays a whole bunch of different games. So. All right. Anything happen? Sure, Susak. Langoliers took his 3 years, $9 million, so he's getting paid $3 million a year. So the only one on arbitration is Graterol. New job, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get this done. Today's a workout day, but I've got this tendonitis in my elbow from doing triceps lifts with too heavy a weight. So my tendons, ligaments are barking at me. So I need to go cut the front yard before it rains tomorrow. So I'm thinking about just taking an extra day off to let that elbow rest, get that yard cut, and then I can work out tomorrow when it's raining. So that's why I went ahead and got this stream rolling. We're not going to be here all day. We're at 30 minutes right now, and if we have more than 2 hours, then I did something wrong. So, all right, just waiting on these guys to sign their tenders. He's the only renewable one. We offered him Santos. We offered about $2 million a year over 6 years. What's up, 49er George? How you doing? One of my favorite people, not even just on Twitch. George, you play tonight? You play tonight? Guys, go check out our NWO head-to-head league. There's a game at 6 p.m. Central Time tonight, and then there's another game right after that. I don't know the time of that one yet. Trying to wrap up week 5 and get into week 6, so go check that out. Specta about to get these hands. Yeah, Specta, I can't believe he beat Jimmy, but that's what happens when you play somebody for the first time. You really don't know what to expect. So I just know this, that he throws a lot. He throws more than I do. Everybody thinks I throw a lot. He throws more than I do. And he throws to 2 guys, right? So a lot of people like to look at film, and that's good. I like to look at results, which are the stats. I want to know who they are targeting, what they're doing. So that's why when I played Cincy, I completely ignored his running back. And I just focused on getting pressure on those two quarterbacks so they can't have time to throw, and they didn't really have time to scramble. And it worked. I forced 3 picks, and so you got to look at what they do and who they use, because if they don't spread the ball around, it's very easy to defend 1 or 2 guys. So, yeah, he throws a lot. Just go look at his stats. He's got a good running back in Singleton, but he wants to throw the ball. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, look at the stats. The stats tell me their tendencies. It doesn't tell me how they get the numbers, but it tells me who they're targeting. So everybody has their own way. That's what's the great thing about it. Some people love to live in the film room. I'll look at it a little bit, but I find it to be more confusing at times. Analysis, paralysis by analysis type thing. I just want to see, are you just using 2 guys, or are you using your whole roster? So anyway, guys, come check us out. I'm in the league, and I call games for that as well. George calls games. It's a fun time. It's really good head-to-head user play. I don't know if I'm going to play my game against Fam tonight in Discord, because since he's out of the country, I got to wait for Jimmy to put him on autopilot so I can play the CPU. So I just realized this, George. So I beat Wake Forest. I should be able to beat Florida and USC. And I should be able to beat Fam's team on autopilot. So that gives me 4 wins. 4 wins against the computer. Not Cincy. Fam's out of the country. That would give me 4 wins against the computer. Plus 1 against Cincy gives me 5. That means I only need to win 1 more human game to be bowl eligible. Talk about taking pressure off you. I only got to beat 1 more of you guys to go to a bowl game. Yeah, Fam's in a dance contest representing the United States over in Malaysia or some shit like that. Yeah. So anyway, let's look at free agency. Look at that, George. We're only offering Vladdy $20 million a year, and we're easily the highest bidder. Haniger is just going to give us a bat against lefties to platoon in left field, and he's got a good arm too, so we could actually play him in right and shift Soto to left. Flora we'd bring him back just to have a bullpen arm. Giles, same thing, bullpen arm. Hey, George, look at this. Look at Soto. Look at what he did last year. 32 doubles, 44 homers, 106 RBIs, 10 steals, 301 average, slug 582. Yeah. And this guy took a huge step up. Look at that. +9 on his home runs per 9. Look at Mason Miller. He went from 34 home runs to 26 to 12. And his strikeouts go from 140 to 162 to 188. His ERA goes from 5.5 to 4.5 to 3.5. And his hits go from 208 to 181 to 179. So, yeah, he's really progressed. And we did not get Volpe from the Yankees. We got him from the Angels. He struggled. That's why he spent a good chunk of the season in the minors. But he's up to an 84, so he should play better. All right, so he's the only one left. We've already offered him. We don't have to worry about that. All right, let's do some simming and see what we get. We got to get through this. Bernice resigns. Evers, sure. Susak. All right. Real Muto goes to the Twins on a 1-year, $19.5 million deal. Michael King goes to the Blue Jays, 4 years, $30 million. Jesus. All right, so I forgot that we had some coaches that we had to replace. So now we have guys in here. So he's only got -1 on a pitching clutch, and he's -1 power, -1 plate vision. Everybody else is good, so that'll help us sign free agents. Zach Gallen went back to Florida. Kent Giles. We got Giles. All right. So Graterol, Giles, Hernandez, Shear, Cano. There's 5. Wallachuk is 6. Crochet is 7. Plus my 5 starters makes 12. So we may have to sign one more relief pitcher. And we're still one there, still one there. So let's look and see if we can trade for a relief pitcher. Yeah, these guys are not signed. Look at these overalls. Goes from 80 to 72 to 70. They got a lot of good relievers, but they're not signed. Some of these bullpens are garbage. The Astros have both Gallegos and Hicks. That's funny. Yeah, these guys, a lot of relievers not signed. Mark Leiter. Wow, they got a lot of relievers at the Mets. Guys I didn't want though. That's all right. What is this? No, that's from Diamond Dynasty. I'm almost done with the conquest for the Extreme program. I can't tell you how many games I had to play on Hall of Fame. I bet you it's at least half the games. And I've only got to play like 4 games and I'll be done now. 40-man roster has to be set, so let's look at that. We've got 4 guys we could put on here. Clark. All those guys are old. Maybe I'll put Clark on there. Although he's buried. I don't need to. I got so many guys. If I lose him, I don't care. We have 2 guys too many, so let's go here. Let's see. What do we get rid of? Jake Fishman. Francisco Perez. I still need a closer. This is a guy we drafted. This is our first round pick last year. Luis Campaneris. Danny Jimenez. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. So that's like 7 for each. Still need another closer. Can I get rid of a starting pitcher? Yeah, we can get rid of Cushing. Let's see if we can trade him off. Get something. See, maybe we can get another relief pitcher for him. There we go. 21-year-old. C potential at 64. Oh, that's even better. That gives us the closer we're looking for. I'll do that. There we go. So we moved the starting pitcher to closer. So now he'll go to AAA and he'll be in AA. Take that. That's fine. Saves me having to sign one. All right, free agency. Where do we stand? Vladdy still hanging on at 20 mil per. Haniger at 3. So if we get Guerrero, we'll trade Hoskins and we'll trade Urquidy. 9 innings? What do you mean 9 innings? I missed that. I was looking at the thing. Oh, the games? The Conquest? No, they're 3-inning games. I figured out what you meant. Yeah, they're 3-inning games. So basically your starting pitchers, unless they have a really efficient innings, only go 1 inning, and then you have relievers come in for each of the other 2. So it's a matter of, if you can get a couple of runs, then it just becomes pitch, shut them down. So if you pitch really well, you only face everybody on the other team 1 time. But George, they had an extreme program moment where you have to pitch with Matt Cain, and you have to recreate his perfect game. So you have to actually throw a 9-inning perfect game, but it's on veteran. So imagine me pitching on veteran. So I did it the first time through. I struck out the first 18 batters in the game and finished with 24 Ks. I think I was just a little mentally fatigued from having to focus that hard. Otherwise, I think I could have struck out everybody in that one. All right. Hey, the second baseman, the guy that's the Arise clone, signed a 6-year, $12.3 million contract. So he's going to get paid $2 million a year for 6 years. So our starting second baseman is only going to cost us $2 million per year going forward. Hey, that's how you get those contracts to Vladdy and Soto, right? Rays want to trade me Taijuan Walker. Why would I take Taijuan Walker? I can keep Urquidy and pay a third. I think I've already done my offer. Yeah. So we offered Guerrero. Last year he made 3.1. We offered him 4.1. Plus we offered him a contract. That's not on here. These are still sitting there. That Vladdy one's going to go to the end. All those guys that got called up from the minors were guys that were injured. And I think somehow not on their 40-man roster. So. All right, this is arbitration. We already did that. Now there's going to be more free agents. Wandy Peralta, Carlos Hernandez. Kaz, how you doing, man? Doing great, man. Doing great. We're trying to sign Vladdy to go with Soto. Nobody wants to pay him. Look at that. No offers for Goldschmidt. God. Get home from the gym. Yeah, today's a workout day, but I'm going to give my elbow a little extra rest and go cut the front yard before it rains tomorrow. Trevor Larnach, no offers. Wow. Carl Schwarber went through, no offers. Wow. Ozuna. Jack Peterson. Slater wouldn't be too bad to platoon in left field either. Plus, he can play first, second, all 3 outfields. 92 arm. Yeah. Man, you know what I did the other day? So I was sitting on my bench. I had a dumbbell in my left hand, and I had another dumbbell on the floor behind me. And so I kind of leaned back and reached back to pick up that dumbbell, and I had a pain shoot from under my armpit all the way down my side. I was like, did I just pull a fucking oblique reaching for a dumbbell? I didn't even have anything in my hand. I just reached back to get it. And I was like, ah, fuck. So I stopped what I was doing. I started doing leg workouts and let it rest. And um, so about 10, 15 minutes later, I went back and it hasn't bothered me since. But man, I had it felt like lightning just shot down my side. I was like, what the fuck was that? I had no weight in my hand. I'm just reaching for it. That was. Yeah, this guy, we're going to offer you $3 million and 3.7, 4. Screw you. I'll take Haniger instead. Laureano still hasn't signed. Soler can't play defense. All right, we're just going to sit here. Who do you have left? We only have a handful of guys left. So we're almost done re-signing all of our guys. We're at 93 guys, so we need to clear 2 spots at some point. All right, so we have 22 relief pitchers, 19 starters. We could get rid of a center fielder. Like this guy. Goldberg. Is he not signed? No, he signed. Let's just wait. Nope. Nobody's signing. Giolito goes to the Angels. Good. Now the Diamondbacks come in, but they're not offering a whole lot. Haniger's still sitting here. All right. What is this? This is tendered contracts. That's fine. We've already done that. Reds want to give us Kyle Muller, who we traded away. Don't need him. Sorry about that. Slam the microphone. All right, so we've already offered everybody. Just waiting on that. Surplus right now is $53 million. So we would cut that in half, but then we could get that money back by flipping out those other guys. Any new free agents? Boxberger, Suter. Daniel Bard. B potential. Guy's terrible. I'm just looking for anybody that's stupid young. He's 27. Play a whole lot of positions. He'd be very valuable in our minor leagues. Jake Berger. Wow. How about Almora? Was all the way down to a 48. I was looking to see if we have any young guys with potential sitting out here. Duvall's a 68. All right. No arbitration. Everybody's been offered, so see if we can get somebody signed here. Flaherty goes to the Padres. Tucker to Tampa Bay. Justin Steele re-signs with the Cardinals. Arise. Graterol signed 5 years, $31 million, so no arbitration. So we have our setup guy, $6 million a year for the next 5 years. He's taken care of. So he's done. So Hoskins is the guy. So, all right. By trading Hoskins away, that would open it up and give us room for Soderstrom to come up at some point, and we could move that center fielder back to the outfield at some point, and that keeps our same platoon. So that's a good thing. And there's a dearth of good hitting first basemen in this game. I don't want Kyle Muller. Fuck off. Dodgers. Don't know those two players. We re-signed a couple of guys. Yeah, roster's fine. All right, let's look one more time. Still hanging on at. Now Kansas City jumped in. They offered him 9 years. We're like, hey, Vladdy, come play for us for 5 and you can be a free agent again. You'll be a free agent at 32. So you'll still get another contract. All right, once I press sim this date, it's going to go to the draft lottery, so we'll see what happens with that. There we go. And we're picking all the way over on the other side at 25. So that's going to be difficult for us to find anybody really, really good at that spot. So we'll probably have to look at a high potential starting pitcher again at that spot. Maybe even a high potential like closer. Somebody who would be ready soon. Pull an FG here and just get a bunch of closers and throw them in the pen as their setup guys. A potential relievers. We can go more homegrown on the bullpen. Definitely don't need outfield at the moment. Could always use a third baseman. Can never have enough shortstops. Wouldn't mind another catcher. We got a ton of high potential starting pitchers. So yeah, I might have to see if there's a stud closer out there. We could go snag him. So, all right, let's run the draft lottery. See who gets screwed. I've seen Tampa Bay jump up like 15 spots in this draft lottery before. Here, let me move this to the middle so we can see everything. Rockies get the first pick. Orioles pick second. Pirates drop 3 spots. Everybody else stays the same. Hey, at least the Rockies have money to spend. They don't have to worry about the bonus. So nothing big change there. All right, let me move this camera back. Cardinals got Chafin. Anything else here? Nope. Nope, no signing there. Rule 5 draft. Go to the draft. Get started. Did we lose anybody? We lost Nick Lofton, so we lost a shortstop. Now, whoever we take would have to stay in the majors or they get offered back. And we lost a third baseman. Lost a shortstop and a third baseman. So now we got to go replace those guys in free agency. All right. He's 24. He's 25. We're just looking for organizational depth at this point. Nice if they had good numbers. He's a D. He's got good defense. So Mateo Gil is a possibility. Yeah, let's take this guy. He's 21 years old. I don't care that he's a D. He's cheap. And third base. Same thing. I just want somebody that's young. Carter Kieboom. Looking for guys with at least C potential. And then we'll go back to the other ones. Nick Biddleton. How much do you want? Yep, I'll take that. Okay. You sign either of those guys? Yep, got them both. So we just replaced two guys that we lost in the Rule 5 draft with younger guys that are cheaper. They're not going to be better, but they're going to be cheaper at least, right? So he's a 63. He can play first, third, all three outfield. So that's good. And he can just play short. Yeah. He won't be at AAA. He's going to be Class A for now. And Geloff will be at AAA. All right. Vladdy should sign at some point here. Nothing there. Let's go to free agency. Still hanging on. These guys are just going to take forever. I mean, you could always keep Vladdy at third and Hoskins at first. We could always go that route. Alvarado to the Pirates. The A's signed Vladdy Jr. There we go, boys. We got Vladdy. We got him. Oh, just call me copycat. All right, so let's begin this by trading off Hoskins. What can we get for Hoskins? We can get 2 relief pitchers. Might be our best offer at the moment. A 28-year-old first baseman and a 30-year-old relief pitcher. He's a 76. Bobby Dahlbeck. Aaron Ashby. Could trade him to the Brewers. I don't need that right fielder. But a 27-year-old. All right. Ashby on the Brewers. We'll have to go look at his stats. I think he's a lefty, though, right? I really don't need another lefty reliever. A potential third baseman. So the Giants and the Brewers. And the Orioles. So here's Cano. Great clutch. He's 32. And he's going to arbitration. Brewers, right? Ashby, good across the board. He is left-handed. I don't need another lefty. Doesn't look like he does very well in the sim. And the Giants had that third baseman, right? This guy. It's 24 already. A potential, so he's going to keep moving up, but he's not going to be usable until he's in his late 20s. I'm going to trade us Jordan Westberg. It would do that. Because they don't have anybody at first base. Where do the Brewers have at first base? And who's the other one? Oh, it's the Orioles. Have Mountcastle. Why? Oh, they could play him at DH, though. They could always DH him. They don't have a left fielder. That's their problem. Dylan Beavers and Heston Kjerstad. All right, let's see if we go Hoskins for just prospects. 66 right fielder, 64 shortstop, 65 first base. $18-year-old another closer. He's 74. I'll have to look at the Blue Jays because that we could replace Vladdy with Hoskins here. Might do this. Give them Hoskins to replace Vladdy. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we'll get an 18-year-old closer that's a 74C. He could slide into our bullpen. We get a 24-year-old first baseman.
And now
what's up, Rocky Top?
Time.
That would give us a depth first baseman. But I really want to do this deal for the closer. So we're going to have to get rid of another player. I think we're going to do this. We're going to trade Hoskins to the Blue Jays. See what we got here. Look who we got, Rocky Top. 20 mil per. So for 45 million, we have Vladdy and Soto. All right, so we got that guy. So we just signed this guy. So we can offer him up. And let's see, he's a 74. Yep. And we can trade Urquidy and see if we can get something MLB ready. Look at that dude, 21-year-old B77. You don't. They really want to offload Devers' contract in the worst way. If I did that deal, that would be like cheating. Kyle Harrison. That doesn't make sense. Tiedemann. He's a lefty. Blake Snell. Glaber and Mauricio. Don't think I need both those guys. Don't need him back. Wow, the Guardians would give us Class A? Really? They need starting pitching that bad. We'll come back to that one. Jackson Jobe. Christian Encarnacion. Wish he could play defense. We could play him at third base. Victor Blanco, 18 years old, A potential, 71 overall. Wow. All right, so that was the Royals and the Guardians. Christian Javier. Makes no sense for them. Brian Reynolds. Verdugo. Don't need him, though. We have Fraley. Louis Frazier. 23-year-old A potential, 73 overall left fielder. Now this is a trade in the division. Joe Bichette. Not Bo Bichette, but Joe Bichette. Hey, Mom, I want Bo Bichette. Yeah, but we have Joe Bichette at home already, so. But he's an 80 overall. I don't know how that makes sense to make that deal. Sir Anthony Dominguez. Sixto Sanchez. Oh, Jason Dominguez. Like him. Like Jason Dominguez. I don't know that that's... You get Josh Hader to go with Crochet. Ooh, Dominguez. Mason Wynn. Ah. Stroman. Cam Collier. Ooh. Noel V. Marte. To look at Cal. Man, I have too many choices now, don't I? Kumar Rocker. 20-year-old, 79 overall, B potential. Tink. Jordan Lawler. Man, I have too many. Soroka. Hey, it could be like Mr. Hurricane. Jackson Merrill. Don't need him now. You get Andres Munoz from the Giants. That would give us another stud relief pitcher. James Wood, 78. Ooh. Wow. All right. I have too many things to look at here. Where is this dude? Who was that guy? Now it's gone. Now they have different offers. Still have Jackson Jobe. Victor Blanco from the Royals. So he's way down here. What do they have? Urquidy is an 83, so he's better than everybody but Brady Singer. And he's not even their best. He's got strikeouts per 9 and his clutch aren't great. And he's another lefty. We do not need another left-handed pitcher. Ooh, Johan Ortiz, right fielder. Twins. Frazier from the Rangers. Fuck, I forgot who that guy was. Hold on. Right field on the Twins. Wow, he's their starter. Yeah. See, this right here is what you normally see in the draft. Great contact, shit power, good vision, discipline, clutch, passable fielding, and good speed. This guy's terrible because he can't hit for power at all. He has no power. All right. And they want to give us Louis Frazier, who's 23, 73. There's another guy. Can't field, doesn't have the power. All right. Collier is at third, and Horton's a starting pitcher. Yeah, he is their dude. He's not any better than what we have. And he's their number 2. I don't see how that helps them at all. What if we say Major League ready? Geraldo Veras. No, we have better. Kyle Harrison. That's another lefty. I would do it, but I don't need another left-handed pitcher. Tiedemann is a left-handed pitcher. Don't need him. He's already 26. Makes no sense to trade for Christian Javier. Brian Reynolds, really? That's in division. They're going to trade Brian Reynolds in the division. There's Acuna and Marcus Munson. You don't need Acuna at all. Joe Bichette. Joe Bichette. Let's go look at this just for shits and giggles. Wow, he's all the way down here. Damn, they have some pitching. I would do this. I would do that. So let's give them something better. Let's give them Tommy Chin. He's a better hitter. He's 21 years old. He's a C potential. Yeah, that makes more sense for them. So now they're going to get a better pitcher, and they fill a need in the minors to get somebody. They have this guy who's 18. That would allow them, that would give them a lot more depth in the organization. Yeah, fuck him. I don't care. Done deal. All right, we got to cut one guy. We're still going to cut you. We just signed you? No. We drafted this guy. He's got more power. A lot less contact. Same age. Both Ds. We're going to cut this guy. All right. Waiting for Haniger. We still have the lead on that. We have to cut one guy to get Haniger. We'll wait and see what happens there. Still hasn't signed. Bichette to the Royals. Still waiting on Haniger. Looks like we got Haniger. All right. No, we didn't get him. We signed other guys. All right, so roster 93. Still don't have Haniger. So if we don't have Haniger, who could we play instead? Who can hit lefties? Jake, you're gone. All right, now we have a spot open, and I have to go to right, left field. Haniger, 1 year. We'll give you 3.3 just to get you this shit or get off the pot. You sign? Yes, we got Haniger. All right, we're done in free agency. And we have no one to sign, and we're good to go. Let's do something I should have done a long time ago and save this bad boy. Alright, we still have 50 million in budget. So even if I was playing by FG's rules where he has to keep 45 million set aside, we're in good shape. We're up to 116 million. We have Soto and Guerrero for the next 4 years. Alcantara for 2 more. Jimenez, if he goes away, we can replace him. He's just a DH, not a big deal. We got our setup guy for long term. This is our closer. If we lose our closer, we could always move Bruzdar to closer. Got Riley for 3 years, Haniger for 1, Langeliers for 3, Miller for 3. Yeah, so we're gonna have to win a World Series in these 3 years right here, guys. We're gonna have to win at least one in these 3 years because we got a lot of guys that are only around for 3 more years. So that's how it goes. Nobody left. Who's left in free agency? Anybody? He's a lefty. I was like training, but he's so old he starts regressing. Travis d'Arnaud. Jose Abreu. Wow. What's up, Archie? Thank you for the biddy there. I think we're done. At least with this part. And now we're on to spring training. So here's what I want to do for the rest of this stream. We're only an hour and 20 minutes in, so let me go save this. I don't normally play spring training games. But what we're going to do is let's look at contract extensions first. Hold on. Crochet. Yeah, see, he wants 11 million bucks. And then if we say 9. He had 54 saves last year. Yeah, he wants more money. So we have arbitration on him, so it's not a big deal. Volpe's renewable. Eloy will wait and see. He's renewable. We'll see how he pitches. We'll wait on him. The rest of these guys, yeah. So basically, it's going to be Crochet for an extension. And I won't extend him until I see how he plays this year. Because if he plays well, I don't mind signing him through his arbitration, but I'm not going to give him that money right now. So. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I want to do some... Yeah, Sam Mole's not going to pitch. Let me go fix this. Bichette and Casey. Via Casey, yeah. So Bichette's going to take the place of. We had those other two guys that could come up. We're going to leave them in the minors for another year. And we'll be good to go. So we won't have to re-sign Alcantara because Miller would replace him. And those guys could fight for down there. So we're in really good shape. And if this guy's hits Burnett, if he sucks, we'll just trade his ass off. Or stick him in the minors and bring up somebody else. So I would like to pitch with him. So let's move him here. So let's player lock with him. So I can pitch with him. Hold on. All right, against right-handed pitching, we have Vladdy at third base. DH right field, Riley Green. So Ruiz sucks against righties, so we'll just bench him against righties. Flip you. Soto, Jimenez, no. You're going there. I'm flipping those two because I don't want two lefties in a row, two righties in a row. Against righties. Ooh, Jones down, Volpe. All right, that lineup works. Green, Santos, Soto. Where the hell is he? Where'd he go? There he goes. All right, so Green, Santos, Soto, Guerrero, Fraley, Langoliers, yeah. All right, so go there, go there, go there. This would be against lefties. Vlad goes to play first. Freeman's there. You're good. You're good. Riley, who's missing? Nobody. So that's Haniger against lefties. All right. We'll player lock on him. We'll pitch whatever his 2 or 3 innings is. It'll take him out. We'll sim out the rest of the game. And we have rain in the desert. First thing I got to do is fix that glove. We're not having any red, yellow, and blue flaming glove. Sorry, dude. Totally clashes with the uniform, so no. Oh, that's a fair ball. Shit. I want to get used to this guy, see if how well we can pitch with him. I got to fix his shoes, too. That was a shot. Kind of hung that change up. Ooh, give me that call. we go. Got a good slider and a good cutter. Let's see what his curveball does. There we go.
All ones the count. Down, one down. That's a ball.
There's a splitter. Doesn't look like this guy throws very hard. Shit, almost took my head off. Throw him out. Throw him out. Bad throw.
Nope. That's inside. That's ball two. Hey, we got one out here. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Go. It's nice having a 6'7" guy at first base that can actually field.
0 and 1.
There we go. That's better than Hoskins already.
Got it.
Nasty curveball. Wish he threw harder.
All 1. Counts 1 and 0.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to give up a lot of hits. That could be a problem, so we'll see.
No ball, 2 strikes. He's out.
Yeah, that glove definitely has to go.
All 1's the count.
Riley, thank you. 2 down. Should be my last batter, or at least last inning going with this guy. There you go, Vladdy. Scoops it up, throws him out. There we go.
Your attention, please.
Lewis Casey.
Number 13.
And we win. And extras. All right.
Here now is our
Kevin Smith, 3-run shot. I love that.
victorious Athletic. 5 runs, 12 hits. No errors. They left on base.
All right.
For the Angels.
All right. We're going to player lock and play as Vladdy. Boom! First at bat, he hits a home run. I think we'll take that. That's right, Rocky. He basically just replaced Hoskins, so we paid twice as much to get a younger guy that's going to be more consistent. What a shot. What's up, Jay Boogie? Once I get done and off camera, I'll go fix all of the... Oh, he hit another one. Stay fair. Gone.
Holy Toledo!
Two. That's a double shot for Vladdy right there. Ah, yes. What's up, Revamp? How you doing, man? Instead of Jaeger bombs, we're gonna have Vladdy bombs, right? Isn't that what FG says? Vladdy bombs. FG, I'm not stealing from you. I'm just coming around to what everybody else is doing, man. Ah. Oh man. Let's go. Can we go 3 for 3? No. How's it going? It's going pretty good now that we have Vladdy on the team. So, Soto and Vladdy in the middle of the order. I gotta love that. Hopefully we have enough offense this year because we're very inconsistent at the plate, and that's what killed us last year. That's going to be caught. Nope, it's down. All right, so a single and 2 home runs in his actual gameplay debut. Yeah, we're not going to steal with Vladdy. All right. And we'll just sim out because they took him out. Hold on. I need to make sure I get a screen cap of this. And this one too. Let's see, I can see which one's better. All right, done with that. All right, here you go, Revamp. I'll show you the roster once we get out of this. We'll So we have Alcantara, Mason Miller, who's progressing really well. He's really a rookie. He came up at the end of last year. This is the dude. This is a stud that he threw 4 shutouts last year. We just traded for this guy, and if he doesn't cut it, we have these 2 guys behind him. Here's our setup guy. Another setup guy. This guy was dealing last year. Look at this guy last year. He needs to pitch more. A 1.99 ERA. 11 holds, 5 saves. This guy's a closer. We moved to regular relief pitcher. What's up, Jimmy? Got to be the last name. Brought this guy up. And this guy we drafted in the first draft right at the end. So we'll let him maybe come up later in the year. Here's our closer. We have some extra guys, so we'll probably move one of these guys into our bullpen, possible. So Soderstrom will be up at some point. Vladdy's going to play. He'll play third base against righties, first base against lefties. This is our Luis Ariz clone. And Freeman will play against lefties and sit against righties. Volpe is going to be our starting shortstop. Eloy is a DH. So he just missed 100 RBIs. He kind of fell off last year. He's more in line with this year here, so we'll see. He's on the last year of his contract. If he doesn't improve, we'll just let him go as a free agent. This is our first round pick from last year. We're going to let him keep cooking down in the minors. He's a switch hitter. He's got some speed. He's got some decent defense. So he should be up next year. And Riley Green playing some center and right. ST is going to play all over the place. Spencer Jones is going to play first base against righties. 6'7" center fielder. But he's going to play first base. So we have a first baseman with 79 speed. So since he's an A, we need to get him playing and see if we can push up some of his stats with gameplay. And then let his A potential push him up across the board. Then we got Soto, fucking 99 clutch, 97 discipline. Low 90s, high 80s hitting-wise across the board. Hit 44 bombs with 106 RBIs, hit 301 last year. He's got 4 years left on that deal. Signed Haniger to help platoon in left field and be a backup outfielder. So, yeah. And the cool thing is, we still have $50 million available in the budget. So we're not going all the way up to the top of our salaries here. Look, we have Alcantara for 2 more years. So we've got 3 years to win 1 or 2 World Series because we got a bunch of guys that are going to be hitting free agency after 2028. So a lot of arbitration guys becoming free agents. So like half our roster is going to be a free agent in 2029. So yeah, if we can win a couple World Series in these 3 years, we'll just be done and move on to the Nashville Blues. Let me save this. And I'm going to exit out of this, and then I'm going to go show you guys. So some of you guys who don't know what's going on with Nashville. So what I did was sim a season with the Rays. They went 91-71, lost in the wild card round, lost in the first round. So they're on to the first day of free agency, right? So we rebranded this team. That's not what I wanted. And now they, so we'll have that team. We'll rebrand them off, and now they're going to be the Nashville Blues. And you can see, uniforms right there. That's their hat. There's their jersey with the logo, little saxophone for the L. Use numbers. Yeah, I need to put. This needs to be. Yeah, it needs to be white. And we have green pinstripes on the pants, so that's our home. And here's the away, same hat. And we're gray with blue pinstripes. And let me go with outer color green, white, green. Why don't we just leave it blue? We might have to adjust this uniform. So so that's that. Nashville Blues, and then our stadium. Is Music City. And let's finish that. Don't care. Just a custom team. Yes. Whatever. And I'll show you a better look at their ballpark. I think I've shown this before, but it's been a while, so it doesn't hurt. There's always new people coming in. But this is our ballpark. So we got the walkway, kind of like at Oakland. This second deck goes all the way around. Partial upper deck. Got a scoreboard. We got some little seating up here. You can sit up here, have a drink, watch the game. A split upper deck. Team store. Other stuff going on here. We got a diner up here in the upper deck so they can go eat there. Got our scoreboard there. Batting cages, both of them over there. We got our monuments out here, our statues. Nice brick wall with grass and shrubs. Flagpoles, you can see where the wind is blowing. Look, you got treehouse. Got a treehouse restaurant here. Kids play area. Another party deck area. Some more statues. Another one here. Got the smokehouse on the backside over here. Got restrooms, concessions all the way down. Got picnic tables out there. We got a little Hall of Fame looking thing out here. You can see the outside of the ballpark all the way around. Here's what it looks like from right directly behind home plate. I'm going to see what it looks like while you're batting. This is your view. Here's a nighttime view. Got an extended batter's eye back here. I've shown you that before. This is 2 scoreboards flipped around and pushed together. So plenty of scoreboards so you can see their stats and everything. I like this one in center field so I can see what my guys are hitting, what their defense is, and how many runs and hits and all that good stuff we have had as we go through. But this is the new Nashville Blues. I think this is like 330, 345. It's like 408 to center. So anyway, that's the stadium that we'd be playing in for Nashville. So yeah, that'll be just a relocation team for Tampa Bay. All right, so I think we're pretty much done for the day, guys. This was just an off-season thing, so big move was getting Vladdy, and plays great at home, plays great at night, so that's good. So I think we're good. So we're going to call this a day so I can go cut the grass, get on with the rest of the day. Guys, for NWO, I will not be there for the first game. That's like right when my wife gets home and we have dinner. But I'll try to hop in when the second game comes in. I might be able to help out call that. I don't know. Can't promise. But anyway, that's where we sit. Ready to go for season 4 if you need a reminder. 69 wins, 71 wins, 99 wins, but we lost in the first playoff series that we played in. I hit like shit, so we got to rectify that. So that's where we are with that. And I'm just going to sim out the rest of spring training, set my Major League, Triple, Double A rosters and all that stuff. I'll do that off camera because it takes a long time and it's really kind of annoying. I don't even like sitting and doing it all at one stretch, so I'll do some of it. Tomorrow I have to work out since I'm going to skip a day here, cut the grass, let my elbow rest. And since it'll be raining, I'll be doing it inside. So we'll come back and start the season tomorrow. I have to decide if I want to start it early morning or if I want to wait until after lunch. But either way, we'll be on tomorrow. So I'll either be on right around 9:30, 10:30 Central, or it'll be after lunch at like 12:30. But we'll get the season started tomorrow, so you get to see Vlad Jr. make his debut in Oakland. And go from there. So who can we raid so you guys can go watch somebody play? Danielle Freak's playing MLB The Show if you guys want to watch Danielle. Let's just go hit him up again. So, all right, we'll get that ready. When you guys will go, we'll head on over to Danielle. Thank you guys for hanging out for this brief 2-hour stream. But I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll have a much longer stream. We'll actually get some gameplay ready to go, and I'll catch you then. Jimmy? Quack, quack, motherfucker. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all, and I will catch you tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow sometime. Late morning, early afternoon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.